Welcome to Baxter Yoga. I'm here at the Oakland Yoga Studio. Please check the studio out the next time you're in Oakland, California. Don't forget you can now order my book, Yoga for Healthy Aging, as well as Yoga for Healthy Aging t-shirts from my website, baxterbell.com. You can also find great information there about upcoming weekend workshops, retreats, and travel adventure yoga trips coming up. And in 2020, Melina Mays and I are taking a group to Morocco in October, so check that out. It's going to be a great trip. You can also find longer video practices on the practice channel at the website Yoga U Online. I have something like 27 different practices that you can do with me there, and you can sign up for 99 cents for a full month to try it out. So maybe give that to yourself as a treat in the coming months. So today I'm excited to bring back into play our drumstick. This is another drumstick practice, and we're going to use this dynamically between the hands to create a little more action in the chest and arms. As we do this dynamic version of bridge pose, you're going to have the option of pulling out or squeezing in on the drumstick to add new work to the upper back and chest, as you're also working to open up the front body through the dynamic bridge pose experience. So without further ado, let's take a look at dynamic bridge with the drumstick variation number 1. Let's come on down to constructive rest. I just have my sticky mat open up. You can have a blanket if you want a little extra padding, and I'm going to have the drumstick in hand. So to begin with, I'm going to stretch my arms forward so my hands touch the thighs with my elbows straight, and I have the stick between my hands. And I'm going to start by squeezing in a little bit on the stick. And on the inhale, as the hips lift up and the arms go overhead, I continue to squeeze in, and then as I exhale, I continue squeezing in as I come down. So we're going to inhale into bridge pose, squeezing in on the block to create some extra work in the upper arms, and then exhale, come down. Inhale, squeezing in, and exhale, squeezing as I come down. So one more time that way. Dynamic bridge, arms overhead with the stick between the hands. Now I'm going to pause, and instead of squeezing in, I'm going to pull out on the stick to create another action in the outer arms. So here we go. Same action, just pulling out on the stick instead of squeezing in. Inhale, lift the hips, take the arms overhead, exhale, come down. Inhale, taking it up, and exhale, coming down. I'm not so worried about how high I go, but I eventually want to take the hips a little bit higher as my front body begins to open up a little bit. So about 3 or 4 times with the pulling outward action on the stick versus the squeezing in action. So we've added in some extra upper body work to something that typically works on the spine and the legs and the hips, and adding some nice stuff to that. So to finish, let's roll to one side, come up to sitting, and then just take a moment to notice how the front body feels, how the shoulders, upper back, and arms feel. And again, just to remind you, drumsticks are very inexpensive. You can find them online or at music stores. And I just wrapped it in some lovely, fun duct tape just to give it a little extra grippiness to the stick, which can be kind of slick otherwise. So try that out this week with the drumstick. If you don't have a drumstick, grab something like a drumstick and bring that into play and have some fun with that. And I'm going to be sharing with you 2 more videos that utilize the bridge pose in different ways, using the stick in slightly different ways as well. So try that out, have some fun with that this week. Please continue to follow me on Facebook and YouTube at Baxter Yoga, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much for joining me today. Namaste.